COVID-19, or the coronavirus, has altered the everyday lives of almost everyone. Most people have to work from home or have lost their jobs. People who work minimum wage must risk their health and continue working. And the medical community is overwhelmed. Students can no longer go to college or to school. But how exactly has it impacted everyone?
The main ways the novel coronavirus has affected people the most is the lockdown, the impact on the economy, and the cure. COVID-19 is extremely contagious and has spread like a wildfire.
As of April 16th, there are over 2 million cases worldwide, with over 528,000 recovered and 139,000 deaths. Because the virus is so easily transmitted, over 30 countries have initiated some sort of lockdown, and many other countries have shut down borders or limited travel to help prevent the spread.
As of April 8th, there has only been 4 countries that haven't reported any cases.
The lockdown has affected more than a third of the population and the economy. And due to the state of the economy, many have lost their jobs. And while in other countries, this only affects people's ability to get food, in the US and other countries without free healthcare, many worry about not being able to afford healthcare, which is extremely dangerous, especially during a pandemic.
Many experts are saying this crisis won't be over until a vaccine has been developed. So how exactly is the vaccine process going to be altered? Vaccines are incredible. They protect us from many deadly diseases such as smallpox. And many only exist in a few countries, such as polio, which only exists in 3 countries so far. They are an amazing medical accomplishment and have definitely increased life expectancy and survival rates.
There are 6 stages in testing and regulating vaccines, and each of these stages has its own steps. So obviously there are a lot of steps that go into making sure vaccines are safe. The first stage is the exploratory step. This step is mainly just lab research and can last anywhere from 2 to 4 years. Usually, scientists identify natural or synthetic antigens, which are substances that trigger an immune response in the body and lead to the production of antibodies.
The second step is the preclinical stage. This step uses cell culture systems and animal testing to determine the safety of the vaccine and its immunogenicity, which is the ability to provoke a response from the immune system. During this stage, they determine safe dosages and may change or adapt the vaccine. This phase usually lasts 1 to 2 years. After this step, a proposal is sent to the FDA, and once it is approved, they can move to the next step.
The third stage is clinical development, which is a 3-phase step. The first phase is giving the vaccine to a small group of adults. Even if a vaccine is intended for children, the first phase will only ever test adults, later expanding to younger people. They monitor the reaction to the vaccine. In some cases, they give the pathogen to some to test the efficiency in controlled climates. If this phase shows promising, then they move to the second phase, which is a larger group of randomized people. Many times, this includes those at risk of getting the disease or illness. This tests reaction, immunogenicity, proposed doses, and the schedule of immunization.
The final phase involves testing on thousands of people. This stage usually results in finding those rare reactions to vaccines. Efficiency is also tested during this phase. Many also have a fourth phase, which is just observing the effects of the vaccine long after the approval of the vaccine.
The fourth stage is regulatory review and approval of the vaccine. The FDA regulates vaccines in the US, and they have a multi-step process for this. Once they approve the vaccine, they continue to monitor the vaccine to ensure safety. This is done during the fifth and sixth stages: manufacturing and quality control.
The lengthy and thorough process of a vaccine development shows that they are safe for use, excluding that 1 in a million rare side effects or those who have medical conditions that prevent them from getting a vaccine. But it's these people who require herd immunity. And while vaccines aren't perfect, they do help fight many other deadly diseases and help protect those who are vulnerable.
So, how is this process going to be affected by COVID? Well, obviously, they're going to shorten the length of the first few stages as to develop a vaccine much faster. Along with that, since this is a pandemic, many more people are going to be working on the vaccine, and it will speed up the process.
However, since they are rushing a vaccine, they may make mistakes that could set them back and prolong everything.
The novel coronavirus has affected many people in many different ways, mainly with the lockdown, the effect it has had on the economy, and the process it has on vaccines and the cure for coronavirus. The most important way you can keep yourself safe and other people safe is by staying at home. Do not leave your house unless it's an absolute emergency. And if you do leave your house, the CDC recommended that you wear some kind of cloth or a mask to cover your mouth and your nose. And if you go outside, stay at least 6 feet away from any person at a given time. Remember, another super important thing you should do is wash your hands. Anytime you come into contact with something that you think may not have been contaminated by the virus, wash your hands. Anytime you go outside, wash your hands. Anytime you think you may or may not have been exposed, wash your hands. That is the best way to keep yourself safe from the virus other than staying at home. And if you're getting packages, make sure to wash your hands after opening the package and maybe consider washing whatever's inside the package. Also leaving it for a period of isolation for maybe up to 3 days if you want, because the virus can live on cardboard for up to 3 days. But if you really want what's inside the package, just make sure to wash your hands, get rid of the cardboard, wash your hands again, wash whatever was in the package, and then go along with your day. Just stay safe. Anything, Dad?
What?
Anything, Dad?
I don't have anything.
Okay, guys. Just remember, stay at home and wash your hands. Those are the 2 most important things we can tell you. And also, many people are running out of important equipment. The medical community is out of protective equipment. They need masks. So, if you could donate any kind of protective equipment to them, please do. Social distancing is more important for people that don't work in the medical community, but those people really need the protective equipment. So please consider donating any masks or gloves that you have. Also, many people are making masks out of cloth, and many groups are looking for people to donate cloth to them. So that could also be something you could do to help those people and the people on the front lines, who we are super grateful for because they are putting their lives on the line. So stay at home for them and consider donating any protective equipment that you got or bought from anywhere. And of course, there's also food banks. Many people have lost their jobs and now depend on food banks for food. And of course, the demand is getting a little high, and food banks are going to need some help. So consider donating money to any food bank near you. Just try to help them out by any way. Donate food maybe, but money is also very important to donate. And yeah, that.
No, not again, because you covered everything.
All right. Just remember, stay at home, wash your hands, and stay safe.